When we are asked to find f of x divided by g of x, and that's what this means, and we are given both functions, we are asked to either do long division or synthetic division. Let's start here with long division. So we're going to take g of x and write x minus 1 and up and over. Then we'll pull in f of x inside. So that's x cubed minus 11x squared plus 26x minus 16. When we get to this point, it's just like a normal long division where we will take and say what times x is x cubed. So this is x squared. You could also divide the first term into this. So we could say x cubed divided by x, and that would give me x squared, which goes up top. Okay, there's our little thought bubble. Now, we're going to multiply this to both things. So this becomes x cubed, and then a negative x squared. We should subtract both. So x cubed minus x cubed cancels. And then we'll say negative 11 minus negative 1. That will end up doing a positive. Negative 11 minus a negative is going to be like negative 11 plus 1, which is negative 10 x squared. I suggest just bringing down the next one like you do in integer long division. And then again, ask yourself, x, or take this term here, negative 10, because we want to get rid of it, x squared, and divide it by our first term up there at x. That will give me a negative 10x. And now that negative 10x goes up here. And we will say negative 10 times 1. There's our negative 10x squared. Those two should be the same. Negative 10 times negative 1 is a positive 10x. And we subtract. These two should cancel, and they do. And then 26 minus 10 is 16x. We can bring down our negative 16 here and take our term, 16x, and divide it by x. That would just leave me with 16, which now comes up here, so plus 16, and double multiply. 16 times x is 16x. 16 times negative 1 is negative 16. When we subtract, they both cancel, and I'm left with 0. So f divided by g of x is going to give me x squared minus 10x plus 16, and that is your division. Now, if I was to get another type of question, let's say, what if I asked to take this function, which is x squared minus x, 10x plus 16, and I wanted to find all solutions. Find all the solutions. This goes back into factoring, and so we will need to factor this next portion in order to get our answer. So let's get rid of some of this stuff up here. Leave my division there for a second, and I will take x squared minus 10x plus 16, and what I'll end up doing is either factoring or doing the quadratic formula or some solving technique. So here I'll start with factoring. What multiplies to give me 16 but adds to give me negative 10. A helpful hint is to take your 16 and write its factor pairs here until you can come up with a potential answer and know that it's got to be negative. And so it's going to be this 8 and 2. They will just both be negative. Negative 2 times negative 8 is 16. Negative 2 plus negative 8 is negative 10. So we'll have x minus 2 and x minus 8. And so we now have our opposites, x equaling 2 and x equaling 8, as my other two solutions along with this one that we started with dividing, which is going to be 1.